that your two guys on the same night both established career highs on a night when it's sort of all about development on both sides of the floor?
Yeah, these guys, they're the lifeblood of our player development program. Guys that have been drafted, that have big dreams, are willing to, put in the work, and gradually, incrementally get better over time. And that's what you've seen with both of these guys. This is not something that just happened overnight. I mean, obviously, neither one of them were selected, during draft night. It takes an incredible amount of perseverance, belief in yourself, and a crazy work ethic, to keep on working every single day, because you have a lot more days of adversity, where things are not necessarily going your way, or you're not getting playing time, or you're not really seeing progress. But these guys show up every single day and just commit to that process of developing and getting better and earning everybody's trust. And it was good to see both these guys, really contribute to a win, tonight. And Kyle felt it. I think Kyle really felt it, which is, I've said it before. It's part of Kyle's genius. He sees the young guys going, and he's just infusing them with confidence. He wanted Gabe to make plays, and he really found Max 3 or 4 times where probably nobody else would have found him, in those openings. It was open for a half a count, on time, on target, right in his rhythm. And those guys just took off from there.
What Gabe has done with consistency now, is that something you saw, or is that again just something you developed by the reps, by the opportunity, and by maximizing?
Yeah, it's preparing all those days, when you're not necessarily getting the playing time, and still having that same approach every day. And that's unique. Not most players can't do that. They get discouraged or frustrated, or they can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. These guys, have consistent resolve every day just to work. And like I said, earn the trust of the staff and their teammates. And they're, preparing and ready for their opportunity when they get it. They've each developed in different ways. Gabe, it's a tough development, coming in as a 2-1 to develop into a 1-2. That's probably one of the more challenging ones to do in this league. And I really admire, how he's been able to take on that challenge, accept the coaching, and be open to it. And I think he's just really improved as an overall basketball player because of that. Yeah. It's the 3 of them plus UD. Those 3 guys are giving us great veteran leadership. Kyle, PJ, and Dwayne. They're stabilizing forces, for our team, and they're allowing our young core just to come in and not feel any kind of pressure, in the game. They can just focus on, playing winning basketball and contributing. And allowing them to be who they are. And all those pivotal moments during the game, there was at least, a play by Kyle or PJ that would stabilize. Whether we got the ball to Kyle and we were able to just execute offense, and then he got the ball where it needed to go, or PJ would make a big play, a big shot, or same type of thing where we were able to get him, off those short rolls in the paint, and then he was able to make the appropriate play. You don't take that for granted, because when you have a lot of young guys that are really stepping up and contributing right now, if you don't have that veteran leadership, potentially can look a little different.
What was hot as Max was in the first half, he had a big 3 when Orlando had got within 8 or 4 points away. What does that say about his confidence to take that?
Well, his confidence never, wanes, just in terms of, very rarely do we have to tell Max to shoot it when he's open. He's assertive, with his catches, and he works at it constantly. And he's like a few of our guys, Duncan, Tyler, even Gabe to an extent. They're ignitable. They hit two, they immediately are thinking 3, 4, 5. And they all can get on a roll. And that's what you saw with Max. He's done this numerous times in practice and in games this year. And even last year in some of the games where he got it going, it was because he made a couple in a row and it just, really the basket became bigger for him.
Maddox?
All right, we'll take one from Zoom. Cooper Moorhead, go ahead.
Yes, but what role does your player development staff have, not just in the skill, day-to-day development, but in helping those younger guys through the times when they're not playing as much or when the shots aren't falling? How do they instill confidence through all of those moments in the season?
That part of our staff is invaluable because everybody, not everybody. I mean, you can take players through drills, and everybody's really talented in this league. As coaches, to be able to develop players, I think the magic is in the human side of it. Developing the relationships, breathing life into the young guys, particularly when the days are tough. And we have a really unique staff. Quinny and Malik and AC have been right there where these guys have been. They've been in our locker room. They've been undrafted. They've been overlooked. They've had to go through the player development program and earn the trust of the staff and players. So they're incredible resources, for our young guys. And sometimes it's a cup of coffee. Sometimes it's just an encouraging text or getting together, face to face with somebody the next day, when they've had a tough stretch. And you just can't put, a value on that. It's, I think it's incredible. And that's why you see that bond between, the players and our coaching staff. Yeah, he got poked in the eye. But he was much better in the locker room when we saw him. The win helped, and his minutes. He contributed. That really means something when you're a young player, and even if it's not a lot of minutes, but they're meaningful minutes and they impact a win. That's what you want.